You were probably starting to think that this video was never going to happen, and I had my doubts too, but it's finally here. Hey everybody, this is Chris of the Mill Run and Western Maryland Railway, and today is part 2 of the mountain build, so hop on. So in my first mountain build video, I shared with you how to build this mountain from scratch. If you missed it, I'll link it in the description below as well as at the end of this video. Moving forward, it's time to add some landscaping. To do this, we go back to the good old white school glue and an old brush. I apply it on the sections that I want to put my ground cover on. When I do this, I usually do small sections at a time. Next, it's time to apply the ground cover itself. I'm using a Woodland Scenic fine earth blend, which is like a burnt grass color. This works great as a base layer to our ground cover. There are multiple ways to apply this. Most containers have like a shaker section in the cap that you can use. You can also use a spoon, which you'll see later. I've even seen some modelers use old salt and pepper shakers. It's all about what works best for you on your layout and the application. Case in point, now I'm using the spoon to touch up some areas I could not get well enough with the shaker. From here on out, it's kind of rinse and repeat. White glue, turf. White glue, turf. You get the picture. Because of the steepness of this mountain, I had a lot of my turf fall straight to my bench. So I would recommend, if you're doing terrain like this, that you put some newspaper down to salvage any loose turf. I try to get a good deal of ground cover around my mine entrance to give it a feel that's something that's been there for a long time and it's grown over. Okay, now it's time to add some contrast. I'm taking a fine blended turf and applying it lightly over the earth tone. This will give the ground cover some variety and make it pop. I apply this right over top the earth blend without adding any more glue. Now for the IPA. I put some in an old spray bottle and applied it to the ground cover. The IPA breaks down the surface tension and allows Scenic cement to soak in, which is actually our next step. And by the way, IPA is isopropyl alcohol. I typically use anywhere between 75 and 90%. If you are using a spray bottle to apply the IPA, you need to be careful not to hold it too close at first, or it'll actually blow away a lot of your ground cover. So I usually hold it back until I at least get it damp, then I can move in closer and touch it up. Now for your Scenic cement, and this is nothing special. It is just 50-50 white glue, water mixed in a bottle. As you can see, I mix mine in an old glue bottle and use it as my applicator. This usually needs about 12 to 24 hours to dry, but once it does dry, it turns into a hard surface. So none of your turf that you put on there is loose anymore, and it will stay in place. While this is drying, I usually take this time to add some bushes and some thicker turf right on top of the white glue water mixture to add a little bit more realism. So here we are, it's all dried, it's time to add some trees. I purchased these trees from modeltrainstuff.com. They're made by Walthers and are really sturdy. At first I thought they were a little too fake looking, but after I got to working with them, they kind of grew on me. No pun intended. So typically when I buy trees, I remove the bases and stick the trees in place. I just kind of punch them through the material and glue them down that way. These trees' bases actually have roots made into them, so it kind of looks neat, kind of looks real, and I was able to utilize that to help glue the trees in place. This tree, I might be here for a while until the glue dries. Now that the trees are in place and dry, let's look over the finished product. I like what I see so far. Hey, I'll admit it, it's not the most perfect looking mountain, but it has a lot of great potential. It looks good enough to be on the layout, but it can also be added to in the future. I'm thinking of trying my hand at some rock molds and adding some rock ledges to it. I think that would look cool. But hey, that's another story for another time. So I'm sorry this video took so long to get put together and out there, but I hope you enjoyed it, and please don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. So until next time, I'm Chris with the Mill Run and Western Maryland Railway. Thank you for watching.